thoughts and views, politics in the streets, not just suits on the news. From the culture to the chaos, we lay off the record, we tell it like it is. No fluff, no fear, just facts and real biz. Voices of the people, stories that connect. From gossip to the government, you know.
Can't hear anything, Minion.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back in the building. We got the off the record crew in the building, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this little meeting off with Christopher Clark's final speech. I know he already gave it, so some of y'all probably already seen it. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end it with that, and then we're gonna get into some other clips that we can end the show off with. How's everybody doing tonight? I see a brilliant blessing is in the chat with us. What's good? I mean, she's talking straight to I said what I said, talking about what's good. Hey there, sis. All right. And let's go ahead and put this back up. All right, y'all. So we're gonna watch this man give his final closing speech. Thank y'all for coming back in. If y'all are here, let's watch.
Which we are going to submit to the Comptroller's Office for verification, and then to the Finance Department, not Finance Department, Finance Committee. And it should be on the agenda for
the next meeting.
the 23rd, I think it is? Yes. The 23rd, meeting for the 23rd, so it should be on that agenda at that particular point in time.
We got them open meetings act violations we sent off, that's why.
And we are very appreciative.
You know why, right? We got them violations.
Report. Now,
We sent out them open meetings act violations for the treasurer's report.
I'm trying to be brief.
Oh.
Because he's stupid.
First, just to make sure, especially those that are watching, public comment is just that, it is public comment, it's public opinion. It does not necessarily mean that what the commenters are saying is true.
Yes, it is.
It just means that they have a right,
He is really trying to clean his.
under the First Amendment, to express themselves and their opinion regarding certain matters.
It's true.
So we want to make sure that everyone understands that, and we do respect those opinions as well. But once again, those opinions have not been verified either.
Wow. How do you verify opinions? He is a clown for real.
There was
For real.
specific comment talking about ways that we can get in touch with the community and let the community know certain things. It was mentioning other ethnic groups as well, ethnicities.
Okay,
First of
Justin.
all, if you,
I got you.
if you are interested in your water bill and you are a resident of Harvey who pays a water bill, there is an insert that comes in your water bill every
Hey
month
guys.
that gives you an indication of what is going on, tells you what took place in the council meetings. So you can read that insert so that you can find out exactly what's happening in the council meetings, because we want people to be informed. Also, as our communications department also stated, we have the Harvey newsletter. That letter is
That's
both
funny.
in
They ain't got no money. He the only one with the money.
online. So you can also
Exactly.
access
About the
newsletter that
financials.
will
Can we
find out
print
more
that out?
information about the city. In addition, if there are also, and we are having, I don't have the date for the next one, but our community solutions meetings. And community solutions meetings are another opportunity for us to come together to talk and discuss some of the issues that we have and try to figure out solutions. I want to thank Cook County Animal Control, also the Animal Welfare League, and um, Lord Daly from Buzz Edwards to, for coming out and speaking with us about those particular issues, because it is extremely important.
They didn't solve anything. Oh, those are sorority sisters.
When he was talking about things that we have as far as other ethnicities, actually this is other ethnicities, this is everyone. We have the Mayor's Cup, which is a 3-on-3 soccer event that will take place this month on June 28th and 29th. There's a 3-on-3 soccer event for seven divisions.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 divisions. You can go online to find the information to sign up if you would like to participate.
No.
The first prize
Right.
is, I think, $1,000. We have a second prize.
Don't nobody feel like hearing his
And the second prize is $500. So,
corrupt ass
one of the
voice.
things that we sponsor so that our youth can,
He sound like the Nutty Professor.
um, I'm trying to strike out some of the things so they don't have to address all these.
I barely can hear what he's
So here,
saying.
here it is.
Me too.
What you addressing, sir?
We would hope, I've gotten quite a few calls from our senior population.
I just wish this filming was a little bit better, but I'm shout out to Vil for being the only person to film this.
Because they're extremely concerned, and they're more so concerned about their own personal safety. I am going to just leave it at that, because if I say anything else, it'll seem like I'm pointing fingers at one side
You
or the
are.
other. I would just hope that we could bring that
Yes.
down. And so I want to address some of the other issues that could be addressed for that particular reason. But I do want to reiterate what our third ward alderwoman said as far as the businesses and paying property taxes. Property taxes are the city of Harvey's business, because a portion of those taxes come to the city, not just to the city of Harvey, but they also come to the library district, the school district, the park district, and many other districts. Excuse me. Harvey has 15 taxing bodies. Now, that doesn't mean Harvey taxes you, but we have 15.
What this sound like? Another TIFF.
Township,
Right.
abatement.
Uh-huh.
It's a
Another
variety of
tip.
taxes that are in those property taxes. And when those businesses do not pay their property taxes, then it puts an extra burden on those other taxing bodies to figure out how to serve you without any money, plain and simple.
It's not your fault.
So we need those businesses to pay, and we would like your support
Stop the cap.
in letting those businesses know that they should pay their property taxes, because we get a portion of them.
She just needs to slide
That's
over a
not their
little bit more.
Their
I
land.
know, right?
So we could see him. I guess she might can't see that through her lens.
I know that.
First of all, I'll say happy Pride Month.
That is a nice boom arm for his mic,
It's
though.
Pride Month, and seeing that we have some members from the LGBTQ plus community here, I want to make sure that I get it clear that while I'm accused of calling someone a pedophile, I never mentioned that person's sexuality, neither did I call him a pedophile.
Yes, you do.
He equivocates
Yes, you did.
being a pedophile with being gay, because that is not something that I said, and it's not something that I believe in any shape, form, or
Yes, you
fashion.
did.
Harvey is and Harvey has been
Is
a
it on
safe
video?
space for everyone who is a part of the community.
Oh,
And I
boy.
stand with that community.
You just got caught in a lie.
I stand with that community. I have always
There's
stood with
video
that community.
saying it.
Always, and you can imagine. And it just so happens that the person who's making the complaint about me, I represented that person as a lawyer for free. So if I have a problem with people being in the community, I think probably the first thing I wouldn't have done was represent someone for free.
Recently?
But I did.
Oh,
Now,
Yeah, you did it.
okay.
It's on the video.
it really
He
insults
represented Brian.
No, but I'm saying he
because
talking about he just
and
said
this is part of what
He
you get for being
represented
able to see when the accusations come.
2017.
But members of my family are also part of the community. And when my members of my family understand, wait a minute, what?
Okay.
You know, of course they know it's not true, but the simple fact is that it makes them feel a certain way, and it makes them feel a certain way because it's being equivocated that being gay means being a pedophile. And that is not what that means. Now,
So then we can
in
do a
today's
side-by-side
time
video.
where
Okay.
people in the community are under attack,
Tag me in it.
you need as many people on your side as possible. You definitely do. And Harvey is
Ryan said he's gonna do a side-by-side video of him saying it
crazy
and
on
this one
some
right here.
things, I will admit. But some things we are steady on. And we have always been steady on our diversity. That's why we have so many different races and ethnicities and religions in this city. We have so many people of diverse backgrounds and sexualities in this city.
Just go over a
And
little
unless
bit
Chicago,
more.
where it becomes some of the most
But look,
segregated,
but this is
that
pre-recorded
has
now at
never
this
really
point.
been the Harvey problem.
Yeah, it looked like she's
Harvey has
intentionally
actually
not
been that
putting him on there
place
though.
where people who
She's talking to
could
Ryan.
not
That's why she's not
find
paying
the
attention where the
equality that
camera
they
is.
needed in
Oh,
other
okay.
places, they came to Harvey.
The Ryan standing right beside
And
me.
black
I
people
heard,
came to
and he said
Harvey
he's gonna
as
do a
well
side-by-side video
because they
to
couldn't
prove him
find
wrong.
that equality in other places. So Harvey has always been that. We will always support that. And we will always support the gay community. So hopefully that will put that to rest. It probably won't because some people feel like they have, just political motives and they're using the community in order to move that agenda forward. But it has no place here. Absolutely no place. And I say that because if there's anybody who will watch this in the future, you can understand. Not yet. Now, that being said,
I don't even get it. I don't get what he's saying.
happy Father's Day.
I don't get it.
So that is coming up. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers.
He don't sound like he mean it.
I'm a dad, I'm a girl dad. I'll be a girl dad.
It's funny because he don't sound like he mean it.
Absolutely most wonderful thing. So people ask me, should I have had boys? I don't know. God didn't set it up that way. But he showed us blessed me when he gave me the girls. So that's all I got to say on that one. And to all the other fathers, I hope you feel the same way for whether you have girls or boys. You know what? And let me go back. That just brought me something else that I want to speak on.
Oh
Because
Lord.
with that LGBTQ plus issue, there's trans in there
He
too.
sound like one of the preachers that said, "I'm
And there
finna
are
get
some
ready to
people
go in a
who have
minute."
those issues. They have to
It
deal
keeps
with
saying
those
it.
issues.
Why
And
are
they
we talking
continue
about
to get
this?
attacked as well.
Why?
I have to bring this up. So I mean,
You
this is
didn't.
like
Well,
off the
don't.
cuff, but the bottom line is, as I was thinking about sons and daughters, I just started thinking about those family members who have children who are trans. And they have to go through the things that they have to go through because society doesn't necessarily want to understand or recognize those children. So,
What is your point?
He's doctoring it up good.
happy Juneteenth. Because the next time we see you, Juneteenth will have passed.
He
See,
don't
he's
have shit to
speaking
say.
out of turn now.
He's doing a Tiffany hanger.
Juneteenth is extremely important. I'm glad to see that it is now a national holiday. I hope that we can once again party in peace, and we can celebrate what it truly means. Because that freedom that was finally announced to those people who were in Texas, as far as them being free, as late as it was, I wasn't there, of course, but I'm pretty sure they weren't complaining when they got it.
It was
and they were happy to
racist.
know. And finally,
Everybody else was
black
white
people
but Texas.
specifically were in a position where we were all
Oh
declared
Lord.
free. Y'all know freedom ain't always free, but
Especially living in Harvey.
We
it's one
know.
step at a
Been there,
time,
done
and
that.
Exactly.
we are building a perfect
We
union.
know them charges ain't gonna stick.
So, last but not least,
Period. Something else.
um, I'm going to do what I always do when things like this happen,
Like what?
and I hope that all of you do the same thing. First of all, I went to church the other week,
The other
and
week.
you know,
Oh
I
Lord.
didn't get no pizza. Because somebody took
He,
pieces of meat in church.
it's a lie.
Probably the only one.
And I had to contact my pastor and ask my pastor about that. He took pictures and they put it on Facebook. And that's okay, because maybe some other people get saved as a result.
They gonna dip
So
you
that's all
twice.
right. You know,
They gonna
hey,
dip
maybe
him
you will, maybe
twice.
they want you to, man, you go to church, some people go to church too. But even if you don't go to church, remember now, you need to have a relationship. You saved, sanctified, fire baptized, and have a relationship with God.
Baby, they gonna have to dip you
Okay?
twice, cause
But,
all the way.
yeah, that goes for me too, because I
That's
was talking to
stupid. She
Tony.
say got to dip
It
him
goes for
twice.
me too. It goes for all of us.
Oh my
And so on
God.
that note,
What is this
I
about?
am going to
It's supposed
This
to.
is the
leave
first time he
this
Why are we talking
ever
about
with
told
Dr.
church?
us.
Jen, and I'm going to end out my time with scripture.
Oh Lord.
That's his
Separation of
job.
church and state, man. Separation of
I'm
church
going
and
to
state.
enter, I am going to end
I don't know
my
what.
time with this scripture.
Oh
That's
Lord.
his job.
Be
Goodbye.
merciful to me, O God, be merciful, because I come to you for safety.
You don't want
In the
nobody
shadow
praying
of
for
your
you.
wings, I find protection until the raging storms are over. I call to God, the
I'm
Most
over him.
High, to God who
It's
supplies
You don't
over,
want
my
everybody
every
right?
praying
need.
for you.
He will answer from
I know
heaven and
that's
save
right.
me.
Get the hell
He
up
will
and
defeat
walk
my
out. Cause
oppressors.
why?
God will show me his constant love and faithfulness.
Meeting adjourned.
I am surrounded by enemies who are like lions, hungry for
We
human
everybody
flesh.
outside.
Their teeth are like
Sorry.
spears
Excuse
and
me.
arrows. Their
You okay?
tongues are
Just
like
got this.
sharp
Yeah.
swords.
Thank you.
Show your greatness in the sky, O God, and your glory over all the earth.
His voice
I'm
And y'all
sounds
sorry.
know
evil and demented
that is
and
Psalm
devilish.
57,
That
verses
is.
1 through 5.
Who cares? Who
And on
cares?
that note,
Separation of state, church and
All
state.
right. You
Quit
too.
putting resistance with your cooking.
now you see,
That
this
Jan, shut up. Shut up.
He said, "Shut up."
We are going outside. You too. I'm getting on the elevator too.
This was the
It smell like
longest
ass on
meeting
this
he has
elevator, just so
ever had.
y'all know.
Now it smell like
Oh, it
ass on the
smells good. They
elevator.
must have sprayed it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They need to clean that
I ain't
shit.
going to these till my knees hurt.
Girl, I ain't going down these steps.
And why know you not?
Not with this walker. Whoa.
Ooh, he know he feeling hurt tonight.
Listen, his feelings is hurt.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We can
I knew.
it don't look like there's much after that. Anyway, so yeah, this was a very long meeting. Foxy said he ain't never had a meeting run
Never.
this long.
I have went back as far as I could go back. He never had that many people allowed them to speak like that. Anybody got riled up like Ryan did tonight, he would have the police over there escorting them out. They were doing the buzzer real quick. They was allowed to clap tonight and make some noise. He's never allowed that before. The night was like a totally different clock. That's why I kept saying earlier, who you? Who you? The
That's how
night
you
was
know
on it.
he
He was
fake.
on it as heck. He
Exactly.
was fake as hell.
Well, what was the difference from tonight and any other meeting? What made him go so long, and why was he so nice? Because you're absolutely right. The prior meetings that we saw, that we've
He was
seen in the
cutting up.
past, yeah, he was cutting up. He wouldn't allow the people to speak and threatening people, and really just, he definitely didn't allow the public to speak to him the way that they spoke to him tonight. So, what was the difference, you guys?
Jedediah,
The media.
Media, and Jedediah. See, Jedediah done came there for Kobe. Jedediah was there. He felt that he's afraid that Jedediah gonna pop in anytime,
Right,
or
exactly.
Jedediah is watching. And he done made a promise with him and talked with him on live together. And he has
He
talked to
did.
him and tried to make it seem like he's this good mayor. So he gonna show that in front of everybody.
Right,
Show it
right.
in front of Jedediah. And then the media is there now. The media are showing up more so than they have before. See, if you look back, there was no.
Oh,
Okay, I know Trina. Jedediah my ass. Get the fuck out of here. I understand Trina, but
where Trina?
Trina, we both know.
I don't
You don't
see
see
Trina.
uh,
Oh, there she go,
politicking in.
Jedediah, my ass.
Get the
Trina,
fuck out of here.
you so silly. You know Jedediah. I mean, the thing about Jedediah is he had the live with him, or he had the interview with him on live, and the man said that he was gonna change it up, and so now he got to be held to that.
He's
But
gonna work with the people. He's gonna try to work with the people. He's gonna try to talk to them. He was gonna let them clap. See, there was a lot of
and
things,
see
Trina,
now
that he had said
Kobe.
on that live.
And since Kobe has put her, what is it, hat out in the race or something for mayor, now he
But
feel
I
like,
had in for
uh-huh. Oh, you say we need name tags? Let me put the name tags up then. Let me put the name tags.
okay,
Let's see.
uh, come on,
Okay.
common sense. Don't do that. Don't do that. Common sense. Don't do that.
Which one you like these or you like these? I think I like the black. All right.
Common sense. Don't do that. No, we're not gonna do that tonight.
What common sense say? Oh
Common
yeah,
sense
common
told Trey.
sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and Trina, we cool. We cool. So, uh, Trina, Trina, don't look. Don't make me put y'all in timeout and take my belt off. Uh,
Ooh, Trina.
okay,
Common
so
Trina. Oh, time out. Time out.
don't make me put.
Trina,
I'm a
girl, we down.
Is
Girl,
Justin
you know how we roll now. Come on, Trina.
is Justin in the chat? Is
yeah. I
Justin
don't want
still
to put
here?
it. I don't want to put y'all on timeout for real, for real. So let's make sure we're behaving in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, because this live stream is streaming on three different channels. It's not just streaming on Minions channel, and so
They can't see it if it's not on your if they're not actually in your channel.
in my chat, so my chat
Yeah.
can't see that type of
Uh-uh.
language. Oh, okay,
No.
good, because I don't want my chat to see that type of language.
If they're in my chat, I think it's only visible to mine unless I put it up in on the screen. Um but these comebacks are kind of funny though. Anyways, y'all get y'all shit together. All right. And so what do you think? What were we talking about? Christopher Clark.
Yeah, we were just talking about. I asked the question, what was the difference? Why is he acting so nice, and why is he acting so different? And not acting like like he normally act. And you guys said it was because of Jedediah. So
Well, no,
another
I
question
said it's because of the media.
of the
But
media and
But
Jedediah.
Foxy said, I mean, yeah, I would agree with the fact that since he was on live and he
Mm-hmm.
had the interview, on live, and he knows that Jedediah is going to hold him to that. And if he doesn't, he's probably going to come to a meeting and be a little rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that definitely being a motivating factor for him.
Yeah. But is Jed gonna come? Is Jed gonna? I wonder, is he's gonna pay attention to, a lot of the meetings, or is he still gonna be so busy? Is he gonna stay in Flint and stay busy in Flint?
But that I do not know. But I do.
I don't know. I don't know. He said he said take some time. When I when he said his live today, he said, "Look, y'all have to give me some time. I'm just coming in. I'm trying to find out what's going on, and I need time to do some investigating and looking and see what's going on." He just don't want to go there and rah 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 and find out that he's being made a fool of. So he's trying to see what's really before he start, you know, coming at anybody.
Right, right. Well, I think that he wasn't there today, and he obviously behaved. So I don't think that he needs to be there in person. And I think, like
He
I
wasn't there.
said,
He was on live with us, so he was watching. And take my word for it, he ain't even if he didn't stay on live with us, he's on live with somebody. He's watching. He may not say nothing, but
no,
he's
no, no, no,
watching.
no. What I'm saying is the media, as long as they're coming there, they're just like, I think they have the same impact as Jed, or even maybe even more of an impact because you know they're national, so they're going to be really on TV, airing this stuff on TV. So I think the media being
And
there
also,
is
they do investigation. 'Cause remember how the media was doing the investigation on Tiffany when they started doing stories? They started getting their investigative journalists involved in it and started doing the investigation. So see, they could FOIA a lot of stuff that we can't FOIA that they can get their hands on.
right, right. So with
All
that
right.
being
Justin
said,
done came in here and said, "Don't start nothing, won't be done." Period.
don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I don't fight, I don't argue. I just boop that with a bottle. Y'all remember that song?
All right now.
Me, you say he don't argue.
Argue,
He
okay.
don't argue.
Okay.
You
All right,
so
yeah.
funny.
Um, the other thing I wanted to talk, well, since the meeting is over and we know that Christopher Clark was just basically grandstanding the whole goddamn meeting, trying to act like he a good person, knowing his ass
Corrupt
is
like a mug.
right.
Corrupt, rude. Um, this wasn't his normal mo in so many words. Normally he
Non-transparent. They ain't
right,
never had reports that long.
right.
What's
The
that
police
sound in the
department
back?
has never gone in depth and talking about each crime like that. But we had this and and they had this and this is what happened. It was on so and so street and this is what happened. And I'm like, you ain't never done that. I We had this many homicides, this many this many that. That's all you ever said. You has never went in detail before.
Well, see, okay, so this is the same. This is what I'll say, okay, because I feel like it's election season, so everybody's going to be politicking, even Kobe, right? Because even the stands were going to jail and doing a press conference before the meet. All that was for show. And all that is good for campaigning, right? Unfortunately, she has to go to jail to do it. But I just think that that's what we're going to be seeing a lot of until the election comes.
Keep her busy so she can't campaign, in other words.
No, 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 no. He's going to be campaigning. He's going to be trying to do things that otherwise,
But is
he.
but isn't she running also, Kobe?
Yeah.
That's what I
That's what I'm
said.
saying.
Keep her locked up and busy with the law so she can't really campaign against him.
Well, I don't think that case is going to stick. So if he's trying to bank on that case to keep her locked up, then I don't think that's going to work. Um, but I do think that they are both doing some campaigning. I think even her doing the press conference prior to going to jail and turning herself in and all that stuff was obviously, to make a public show of it and campaign. She also announced that she was running for mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they're going to be doing a lot of this.
Well, are we gonna show her documents later on? Or were you gonna do that tonight also?
The documents about that property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If y'all want to go into the documents about that property, we definitely can. When I put it up on Facebook Dalton Politics, a lady reached out to me and said that she had been working with loans and Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I reached out to her, and I'm waiting for her response because I think she said she would be okay with trying to explain what she thinks is going on in these documents.
Okay, well, we can just wait for her so we can give out the accurate information about it then. I think that would be best. What you think?
I do too.
I didn't know if you were gonna go over, because this is kind of an impromptu show. So
Yeah, because
so I didn't know what we were gonna bring out.
well, something that we can bring out to kind of make sure that we're not just talking about negative, heavy stuff all night. Do y'all want to bring out some Tiffany Henyer clips, some greatest hits from Tiffany Henyer, where we can look at some of the past events that took place while Tiffany was in office? I think I have some from Cassie. Of course, y'all know I have Kamal, so I can share whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I think. Let's see here. Let me know if y'all remember this particular clip I'm about to play. Let me see here. All right.
Okay, common sense, calm down.
When you sit here and send out this Dalton Proud pamphlet, and we got it at the last meeting that came. This is nothing but an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. It's campaign material, and it's full of lies. And then all the time while this was going on, the slap in the face that you would sit there and say, Lifetime Achievement Award to Andrew Holmes, and you knew what happened. This is a slap in the face. So the next time, whoever gives you the bright idea to put this stuff out, I hope it came out your personal campaign fund, because this is nothing but campaign material. And I'm sure because it got township stuff in it, the township credit card paid for it.
On the agenda is a motion to approve the purchase of 5 residential properties, 1 commercial property from the Cook County Land Bank. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and a second? Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
We wouldn't trust you to buy penny candy. If you think we about to let you buy properties,
Yeah, less you.
All right. So that was that one. Of course, y'all. Let me see. Is this the full one?
Who the fuck is calling me? Oh, how you doing, Cassandra? You on live? Go ahead. Yes. Coming in your personal space with some crazy shit. Did I come in your How? Cassandra, you know where I live, motherfucker. Come knock me out.
Okay, so we got that. Do you remember those clips? I said what I said.
Well, unfortunately, fortunately, I'd never heard that clip. I didn't know Cassandra had cussed the YouTuber out like that. So no, I've never heard
Yeah.
that one.
Um,
I heard the first one though. I
let
like
me
the
say
penny
this,
one.
and let me be very clear. And I want to be very, very clear, because I believe in all things we should get an understanding. So I want you all to get a clear understanding.
Okay, we ain't gonna make it about Cassie. I ain't gonna put her up there. But let's see. Well, we could just do one more Cassie. One more Cassie. Oh, that's not the one.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, one more Cassie. One more Cassie. Oh, it's not coming through the right way.
We have a lot of people that support us, whether you all want to believe it or not. But do you see any of our supporters acting the way a lot of these other candidates' supporters have acted? Saying, well, we don't know you. Nobody's ever heard of you.
I don't have a problem with knocking a hoe out. I don't give a fuck about nothing about no race. I would knock a hoe out.
This is one of
I'm
my
like, well, honey,
videos
I've been
I
here
had
for
did.
17 years. So I did the interview.
What you doing, Cassandra? You on live. Go ahead.
And to just see the reaction of the people.
You ain't gonna get up in my face and be coming in my personal space with no crazy shit.
Coming in your personal space with some crazy shit.
Just the bully, the meanness, and the nastiness. And I'm like, you guys do know that people can have a difference of opinion, and it's okay. I mean, you can have whoever you want to vote for, you can have whoever you want to vote for, but we all can still treat each other cordial and be nice to one another.
I don't have a problem with knocking a hoe out. I don't give a fuck about nothing about no race. I would knock a hoe out.
And I've just never seen anything like it. I'm like, are these people paying you all? Because some of you all are just a little too stressed out. I'm just so sick of the fighting.
I don't have a problem with knocking a hoe out. I don't give a fuck about nothing about no race. I would knock a hoe out.
I'm so sick of the name calling. I'm so sick of the backbiting. I'm sick of folks digging up people's personal stuff.
What you doing, Cassandra? You on live. Go ahead.
What, you asking? Trina?
Yes.
That's too funny. All right, so those are just some clips from these past days. Oh, we gotta watch.
In real life, my rock stars. Most people never know your story. Most people should never really experience your story. But you can give them the experiences of the things that you hope for and the things that you actually prayed for when you were going through those moments of abandonment, long suffering,
what the hell are you talking
stress,
PTSD,
post-traumatic stress syndrome. All these different things amount to trauma that you feel from multiple different angles in your life. How do you understand that you're stressed? Do a stress test. How do you feel like something's going wrong in your body? Go to the doctor. How do you feel like something's going wrong with one?
Well, can he tell us how to do the stress test? I mean,
he said go to the doctor. The doctor
he said if you feel something wrong in your body, go to the
doctor. Yeah, the doctor will tell you what's up.
The doctor will tell you.
One of your teeth. Go to a dentist.
Wow, this is some profound, earth-shattering
advice. I had a stress test before, and trust me, it's no joke. I don't think he really understands what a stress test is. A stress test actually stress you out.
It tests your stress level, okay?
It make you feel like you're stressed, and it make you feel like you're having a heart attack. Trust me when I tell you that. And they have two different types. One, you get on a treadmill, and the other one, they just give you the medication. I opt to take the medication. I think I should got on the treadmill instead. Baby, it's no joke at all. Neither one of them.
Oh, sure. But I mean, guys, if y'all didn't know prior to this show, we always try to impart some type of, knowledge and wisdom onto our audience. And thank you, Kamal, for doing that for us. If you guys feel like you're maybe going through something, do a stress test. If your body's hurting, go to the doctor. If your teeth are rotten, go to the dentist.
And you might have what do you say? PSD?
And you may have PTSD.
PTSD, yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah.
post traumatic stress, PTSD.
If something on your car ain't riding right and something ain't working right and it's overheating and it's thumping and it's bumping, make sure that you take your head and don't bump your head on that glass ceiling of life and open up Pandora's box for the next person to experience the traumas that you have faced. Because most people walk around in this world with a black heart, black soul, just don't even know where they going, where their next meal gonna come from. But you gotta understand something about life. When there's nothing else left to eat, when there's nothing else left to eat, when there's nothing else left to eat, what do you eat?
Goddamn.
Do you go to the trash can? Do you eat out the trash?
Wow.
Or do you grow your food?
Are those only options?
It's a big thing.
Can we go to the store, baby, and purchase some food, possibly?
And this was actually posted.
Yeah.
This was actually produced and posted.
Yeah, he posted it.
Yes.
All
He
right.
posted
Okay.
it.
All right,
Yeah,
come on.
this her
And
man.
you know
This
what Justin said? Justin said, I think my dog had PTSD due to some of these videos.
oh.
He said, but concerned if I tell the vet, they may want me checked.
Okay.
Oh, uh,
All right, child. The treadmill is okay. Oh, Common Sense must have had one too. She said the treadmill is okay.
Yeah. Um, George said he didn't want to leave no child behind, and I think some children got left behind.
Well, he didn't get left behind, but his brain, his development skills did.
But that's what he was talking about. In, as far as school go,
Uh
that's
huh.
why he implemented all of those standardized tests that the kids have to take because he said he didn't want to leave any child behind. But in his defense, he probably was already out of school when George Bush implemented that program. So,
And with all the drugs and probably other stuff that he's done after school, he probably lost.
allegedly,
Allegedly, allegedly, he probably lost
well,
all
what
that.
happened really? Now, I'm going to tell y'all what happened with, come on. Let me tell you what happened with the boy. When he got in line and God was giving out brains, he thought they said rain. So he stepped out of line.
Uh,
That's all it is to it.
oh, that's what it is. That's funny. Yeah, he definitely missed the call on brains, or maybe what it was, they had to pick straws for the biggest, and he was the last. He got the last pick.
Exactly.
All right, let's keep watching. We almost finished, y'all. Listening to the wisdom of the great, old, wise Kamal
A big thing that reigns prevalent in
Corrupt
a
Wu.
lot of different communities and a lot of different households. And it's not just black, it's not just white, it's not just color, it's human. People go through different traumas. So when you feeling like you're going through some type of trauma, seek help. Seek help. Mental help, financial help. But the biggest help
He need to seek help.
comes from above. Comes from above. Create that relationship with yourself. And I ain't no pastor, I ain't no preacher, I ain't none of that.
We know.
But just remember, God reigns on the just just as well as the unjust. And as above, so below. Always remember that. As above, so below. Live right here. Live right here with these rock stars.
I bet you do live with some type of rocks, but
I didn't understand that
And
last analogy,
I didn't either.
especially with the gang sign.
Oh yeah, y'all know how competent her crew was.
All right.
exactly.
What we seen
Parsons said they love
December
our
3rd
AI panel.
was and only it's a lot that we can talk about.
Also, man, there's so many things to recite.
What we would term illegal acts against our super mayor, as she loves to call herself.
That's all I have for now.
So I'm gonna leave you with that because y'all know I could go about an hour with speaking.
All right. Just some clips from some old. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember she said she was on Good Burger. So here's Oh, did y'all want to talk about?
Next in the tank is an indulgence with a modern twist.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Tiffany Henry from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm out.
I'm currently the owner of Tiffany's Good Burger and Soul Food, located at 634 Burnham in Cayman City, Illinois.
Yeah, yeah. I think she got it.
No.
Not according to their faces, no, sir.
Okay.
You can
Whoever
read the
did that
body
one was
language.
good.
Yeah, you can read the body language and tell that that was a bust.
Of our stuff trapped in the closet. Here we have an all beef hand packed patty with bacon. Yeah, that's right, bacon injected with special sauce. Mmm, tasty. So basically, I just put it in and I inject. Look at that go. Wow, what a creation, huh?
Oh my God, that looks so
Then I top it
disgusting.
off with
I just threw up a
another
little bit in my
stuffed
mouth.
burger. Mmm. And I add another strip of bacon. That's right, bacon.
Oh my God.
And again, I inject it with special sauce. That's right, the Good Burger homemade sauce. There you have it.
Now you know that's not fair. Sneaking up on a man eating a Tiffany juicy burger. Seeing that you here, let me just feel you here. When a man get a
Look
whole
at that
burger like
shit.
this in his hand,
Look at that.
this is like
Oh my God.
That was something. Look, I lived in the South, and they used to call the hog pen. That looked like the slop to go in the hog pen. That looked like the slop to go in the hog pen.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, what y'all saying?
Well, I can see why Good Burger was a flop.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
well, I said what I said. I knew I was waiting for her. I said, I'm waiting. When she gonna say something? When she gonna say something?
Lord have mercy.
We'll end with this clip.
When I say y'all came out in drones for the super mayor, y'all pulled up. Y'all came out in drones. Y'all had cars, cargo vans, y'all had buses, and y'all even trying to land a plane. God dog. I love y'all. Thank you. You came out. The sad part about it, they left us in the cold. When I say us, I was out in the cold with y'all. They didn't let me in. They let none of us in.
Oh yeah, that was,
Wow.
Oh, that was funny. I wish you had the clip where they showed them coming in. People were riding on the drones. People, they were showing people like people that were supposed to been riding the drones. They had Tiffany and Kamal and all them on the drones. I wish I could find the
oh
video.
my God, that
Do
would be.
y'all do y'all feel like they kept her out because she had that thrash in her mouth
No, I'm gonna
on
I'm gonna
her
be honest
on her
with you.
tongue?
You so silly.
No, it was the ghetto fabulous attitude that she had. And look, instead of saying droves, she said drones. That's why everybody been going at her for it because she
Yeah.
said words that don't match what she's trying to say in the sentence. And she said drones instead of droves. So when she said drones, she said, and doggone it, they even came out trying to land the plane. That was it. Everybody went in. They said they came out in buses and drones, and that was
I
it.
think they
Everybody just
just didn't want her back because she's literally just stupid. Like
That part.
she's just
Go.
dumb.
She's definitely Gomer Powell's cousin.
Right.
And that's is literally what she sounds like to me. And
Golly.
girly Sarge. And so I was right here, Sarge. But thank God, thank God that there's a God, and thank God the people came out, and thank God they voted and got her out of office because she was a whole joke, a whole disgrace, and literally, was embarrassing for black women, in my opinion. I don't know how other black women feel about it, but to me, she was a whole total embarrassment. And I am glad they voted her out of office so that she don't represent us. A lot of times when you're in high power like that, it makes the rest of America look like okay, they can't be in charge, and she was not a
Right.
good representation. You can't speak, you can't hardly read, you don't even know word context, and so that looks bad. That looks horrible on a black woman, and it's a lot of educated black women that could have took that position and made us look way better than this, and we would have been very proud. But yeah, she to me, she was just a disgrace to black women for the actions that she pulled in office and the
Not
way
only
that
is
she
she the
acted.
worst mayor in America, Henyard is a true disgrace to black people everywhere.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I mean, he
I
said
hate you,
it.
Minion. I hate you.
Oh Lord,
And
look.
that's exactly
I
how I
met
Look,
that
felt.
Mayor
did you see?
Tahoe Tiffany, and I must say she has an
Did
odor.
you say?
Definitely a
Did you see
hoodlum.
what Justice said? Said
But
I heard Charmin stop went way up when the Good Burger was open.
and
Okay.
and Laura told me don't shame Goma like that.
No, look.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry for offending Gomer.
Right. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Goma. I'm sorry. But
Okay. We
yeah,
yeah, we
wow.
sorry, Goma. May God look, may you rest in peace. But man, oh man,
Tiffany
Ooh.
Henyard is what you get when you put hood rats with no respect for themselves or others in office.
that's.
No, you didn't do that. No,
I
you
mean,
didn't go there, me.
that's what they said. I ain't said.
Well, I did.
Look.
And I said what I said.
Okay.
And I'm not taking it back.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
she
So
no, she was let's say it like this. She does go down in history as the craziest, nuttiest, wildest, dumbest mayor I ever known.
And loudest.
Oh, and loudest, yes.
Yes, very loud. Her and Agent Orange. It's gonna be a race on who was more stupid.
well, it's obviously her because hell, he was able to get all these people to write a bill for him, and they definitely acting like he king. So
Yeah, the big beautiful scam.
you're right.
Man, that was funny to me. Justin, that was look, that was one in the book.
Look, I
That's why
said
I
what I
love you,
said.
Justin.
Common sense said you're
I see that.
seeing right through her soul.
I promise I'm not looking at you like that, common sense. Trust me.
Okay.
We could blink our eyes, common sense, but if you mess with the app that we're using with these avatars, then they really they'll start acting like the Exorcist. So this is the best we could do to make it be as still as possible without it just going haywire. So that's why we're not blinking our eyes.
Minion
Yeah,
can blink his. He blink his eyes and all that. I'm just glad that I can move a little bit, so it looked like I'm not so stiff.
right, right. So, um,
My granddaughter love it. When we went live on Facebook Live, Messenger Live, and I forgot that I had this avatar on there. So when it came up, And I said, "Hey, baby." She giggled and giggled and giggled because I looked like a cartoon.
Oh, we love that. Okay, so and look, they're like, I can hear Foxy finally. Yay.
Thank
Uh,
you, Laura. My girl, my girl, my girl.
All right. So, what do y'all think? I mean, this isn't like an official show, of course, because we actually was supposed to do some other topics. I know we wanted to talk about what's going on with the bromance and them breaking up. But have y'all
Baby.
seen have y'all seen what's going
So,
on
how,
in LA though, and how
Yes. Yes.
Trump?
Gavin Newsom.
Yes.
I mean Gavin Newsom. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gavin Newsom cussed at him. He told him, he said, "Stop threatening me. Come for me." You heard that one? He told me, "If you're
Mm-mm.
gonna come and get me." Oh yeah, he said it to him.
Yeah. He
He
told him to
said,
lock him up.
"Yeah,
What?
But at the end of the day, guys, keep in mind Agent Orange, Agent Orange is all about deflection, right? So instead of you focusing on the bromance fight, let's give you something else to look at because that's what he's great at. So make sure you keep your eyes on both of them. You can focus on Gavin Newsom also while he toy around with California and Gavin Newsom, but you also can keep your eye on the bromance fight because it's heating up. Um, Elon is still making threats and talking about Epstein, and now Trump is saying he's giving Elon threats, saying that it'll be a big mistake for him to back Democrats in the next election. And so it's the pot is boiling and swirling. So we'll see when it explodes. We'll see who's gonna win this fight. I think Elon is gonna lose, and at the end of the day, Elon need to be careful because he is on an expired visa and it's a possibility that he may get thrown out the country like the rest of the people are. So he might want to check himself. Not that I want him to, but I'm just saying.
I think, but to see the thing is, I think with Elon, he also is kind of like a welfare warrior, welfare queen,
Mm-hmm.
because all of his funding comes from government contracts. So if
Yes.
Trump pulls those government contracts,
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely going to have a problem. I know that he lost his stock loss with 34 billion.
Yeah.
yes."
Are you talking about Musk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's lost 34 billion right now. However, Trump said that Elon is upset because of the EV mandate. He said he lost that EV mandate, and that's what the whole big fight is all about.
Right, because
It's
he said
because,
people ain't going to. I mean, people already stopped buying his cars. He already trying to get his sales back up, and now you're
oh
gonna
yeah,
remove the EV mandate. I
and
mean,
today, hold on, and today Trump just banned Tesla from the United States. He said that no one was buying the vehicles anyway. Although he purchased one, he said he was just trying to help him with the sales. But today he banned the sale of Tesla in the United States today. So that's
wow.
why he keep threatening Elon. He's like, you better go sit down somewhere, little boy, because you playing big boy games, and you're not gonna be
You're
able to
still
stand
in the
it.
minor leagues. This
Yes,
is
yes.
this
Well,
the big
Trump better be
league.
careful
This,
because this is me. This is the government mind. Okay, yeah, this is the government mind. Okay, you
Hmm.
got to remember, Elon Musk and his little crew was back there in um, um, all the files. You know, all files. Confidential files, everything. We
Hmm.
don't know why he's copied. We don't know why he's downloaded, what they have as proof of anything. So he may want to be careful too, because maybe some things that come out about him and his family. Because you got to remember, there's no honor among thieves. And right now, you allow the man to go in the federal government and go through all confidential files and everything. So we don't know all the confidential information that he has that he can use as leverage against him and the
Hmm.
United States. So I had to go with the government mind because I had to go with the security of the government mind, and that's well,
No, no, I
Trump is
mean,
telling
trust
said
me,
I'm
we don't know how much power Elon Musk really has. I mean, he works with satellites, with rocket ships. He drills tunnels under the ground with the boring company. He makes electric vehicles. He dabbles with AI. Like he is kind of
a
all.
genius. Will walk
I mean,
around.
he's like everywhere. He's like literally in all facets of all the things that we do.
Right.
Um,
In our lives as far as our technology goes.
as far
And
as
so
technology, right?
yeah. And now they're trying to now everybody want to research the election, and they don't understand why like in North Carolina, why did all Democrats win except for Kamala Harris? So I say it's too little, too late. Why are you guys rehashing this? I understand that you don't like Agent Orange. You don't like the choice that you made, and I understand that. It's too little, too late now, because at the end of the
But
day,
see,
I I
it
I,
could be grounds for impeachment.
I think they're
I
saying
understand that, but at the end of the day, you have to understand what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Because next time you get a Democrat president, do you actually want that Democratic president investigated to this extent to see if the election really was, free and fair? And I understand that it's probably more than likely allegedly not, but you have to weigh it out, and you got to be careful and deliberate on the stance that you take and the steps that you take in order to even investigate this guy has committed so many other crimes to whereas you don't have to use that for impeachment. He have everything, just uh sending the National Guard to California and just arresting people without their due process, that's grounds alone to impeach him. With all the laws that he's breaking, that's not something that you have to bring up. And I'm not saying that that the election probably was fraudulent, but what I am saying is you don't want to set a precedent to where after this point, each president that get in office get investigated, and that's all that they get done is because they win the presidency, and then all the other side, all they're going to do is investigate to see if you are a legitimate president. And so we really need to get that out of our politics, and we really need to start back trusting our election, because he's put so much doubt in our elections. Americans don't even trust it anymore, which is a shame.
that
And
too.
also, let's see. Also, you got to look at this too. Okay, okay, he did the election. If he can show proof about that, that's what grounds. And then we don't know how much information he got on any other politicians that is on any cabinet, on any, on the in the Senate, in the
Company,
House,
cabinet. He
and
has everybody's. He probably has access to everybody's
everybody.
information.
And
In addition to that, not only do you have to worry about him having access to everybody's information, um, he damn, I forgot what I was about to say. What you were saying, Foxy?
he has. Okay, you got to understand. You said AI. That means you got to think about artificial intelligence. If he can do AI and do artificial intelligence to the level of the intelligence that he's doing as far as AI, the satellites and all that. Imagine what information that he has in the clouds, that he has at his whim, that he's done transfer from the federal government to his whim. So all he had to do is hit a button, and anything can happen to the United States. He can freeze everybody's computers. He can do this. Trump need to be careful because you put in a genius with some other geniuses with some AI and technical knowledge. You don't do that, and then you took out all the people that could go in there and see if he sabotaged anything in the system. He can hit a button. You might go in there and hit a button, and it could wipe the whole system out in one push. That
Right.
you got
And
that's
then
the
on
things I
top of
was
that,
worried about.
that's what I was gonna say. But see, the other thing to think about is if he's trying to set an example out of Musk as to what he can do if you go against him, then other businesses, because I saw earlier in the chat someone says Coca-Cola is actually making moves to to outside the U.S. as well, but um, it's gonna encourage other companies because they're not gonna want to be at like they don't want to have him controlling their livelihood, or you know what I'm saying, or their ability to do business. So they may start moving too.
Hmm.
So it
Well,
could be a double-edged sword.
and also too though, just to piggyback what Foxy was saying, Elon has the ability to shut our economy down, just like Russia. If he sell our how we were always concerned about Russia and how they're stealing our intelligence, and China also.
Yeah,
Well,
China.
Yeah, Elon will have the same ability because he has the technology. He has the same ability to shut our banks down, to shut our electric grids down, to shut down our power in the United States. So if you shut the banks down and you shut the electricity off, we're doomed. We do everything online. Nobody's going to be able to be on YouTube, uh, Facebook, uh, TikTok. You're not gonna be able to access your bank account. You're not going to be able to access the stock market. He can shut the whole stock market down. So he really can shut down our whole entire economy, just like they're concerned about other countries doing that. Well, you gave one man all this power and all this access, and now he can shut us all the way down if he so desired. I wholeheartedly believe that allegedly.
Well,
And that's what I was saying. With the technology knowledge that he had, and he had three or four geniuses in there that had technology knowledge too. With them combining their knowledge together, there's no telling what they have done in the federal government, what agencies that he want to go in. He said, okay, if you hit this button, we cut off the power to everything in this department. Okay, all right, set it up. Okay, now you done made an enemy with our United States country.
or if they have where it's instead of AI, they have AGI, because I think that's what Tesla's trying to work on, a supercomputer, um, that can be like AGI, which is, I guess, artificial general intelligence, which means the computer can actually think and process things like a human would.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't even need tech geniuses. He already has the technology to make that a possibility.
Exactly. And that's what I was talking about. He has the possibility, he has it at his access, and then he have all of our personal data. He have all of our social
Mm-hmm.
security numbers. That's why New York is suing him right now today because of the data breach that Trump allowed him to access. And so he just have so much information. We're all thinking about security breaches within these companies, because you know how they'll send you a letter and say your information was leaked. Well, now everybody's information is leaked. It's not going to be just a group of people. It's going to be the whole entire United States.
But what
And
if he could? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
that's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what if he collapses the whole economy and all this other stuff,
Hmm.
and then and it becomes like everything is kind of open source,
Hmm.
meaning that no, like we can all have free energy and all types of stuff, like the good stuff comes out of it.
Kind of like a Julian Assange. That's why he can't come back to America right now because of remember Wikipedia
Uh huh.
and Julian Assange. Well, Julian Assange is the one who set up Wikipedia that started giving out secrets, and he had to flee the country because he didn't want to go to jail, and that's the reason why he can't come back to America, because he basically kind of put our secrets out there, and that's against the law to do that. But absolutely, Elon has the access and the ability. I'm telling you, he have the ability to even take people out, because once again, you have people in hospitals that's on life support. You have people in hospitals that need oxygen. They need electricity. He can shut out. I don't know if he can shut out. Everything that's on a power grid, like the dams and the electric
Well,
grid
see,
and
I think that's the reason why
internet.
the
He can do
military
it all.
I think the military uses those antiquated systems that are really old and like analog and stuff like that because of these type of risks. I think that's the reason why they still have those screens that still are black and green and stuff. Like they were talking about how old the equipment is.
Hmm.
I think that's for a reason.
Yeah, it is for a reason. Here me go with my government brain again. It is for a reason. They use it because the system can go down, and they still have backup for security in regards to the country. But right now, as far as like I was telling everybody, he, Trump and his Republican MAGAs messed up when they put a person in there and nobody followed up with them in what he was doing. Nobody followed him. Nobody sat down and
Well,
saw what
Trump
he was doing.
encouraged what he was doing. It's not that he didn't follow up. He wanted him to do everything that he did. And then on top of that, just
But I
like
was
that,
saying anybody, there was no supervision over him. He just walked in there and just did what he wanted to do.
I don't
Remember,
think Trump wanted
they
any
finally made
supervision
him.
over him.
That's what I'm saying. And because of that, and his MAGAs, they were behind Trump. The House and the Senate could that because now, yeah, now it's going to take the rest of the years to get the government back to somewhat normal because we don't know what all he done in while he was in there behind those closed doors and then no walls.
I also feel like Trump did that. I think they made, and this is just in my, I don't have a governmental mind, but I have a very wondering mind, right? And so I feel like him and Elon made a pact and a deal because he keeps saying that he's going to run for a third term, and I feel like he allowed Elon to access all our data and our information allegedly. Well, that's not allegedly because we know he did that, but here's the allegedly part. I feel like they did that to hold us hostage and to blackmail the country and to allow him to run for a third term. So if you don't let him run a third term, some kind of way they're going to try to use that information against us. I just feel like they have some type of threat. It's a reason why they're doing what they're doing, and I wholeheartedly feel it has something to do with him trying to run for a third term and to turn America into a dictatorship like he's trying to do currently.
Right. And on
And
top,
I agree.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Look, I agree, and look, I'm sorry. I agree. You are absolutely right. But now, because of the problem they have, okay, he thought that he was going to hang with him, and he was going to stay with him, and they were going to be on good grace. Now that they're at war, that's not going to look good for him because now he's not going to get that third term. If he give out the information about the election, that's more information that the Democrats can use to impeach him. If he give out any information about any of the figures or anybody that's on the board, that's gonna hurt him. This guy has too much information to use against him. He can give our security codes, our security information over to the foreign countries. That's the reason why I kept saying giving him too much power, too much information of our government knowledge.
And in addition to that, because of this now feud between Elon Musk and Trump, which I think that he was hoping that Elon Musk was going to be the person to be able to accomplish this task. But I think that, like you were saying, he's trying to obtain everybody, and this is all just what we think. This is allegedly. But I think that he wants to obtain the information so that he can maneuver around even having to worry about how we vote. The reason why I say that is because since Elon and Trump have divorced, he's found a new He's found a rebound, um, and his name is I forget, Peter Thiel, I think, and he's a billionaire.
Yes, that's his
Uh,
name.
and he owns Palantir, which is this company that is going to be commissioned by, or said to is going to be commissioned by Trump to obtain all of our information and put it all into one system. That means from the IRS, from the FBI, like all of the information about everybody in the world, I mean, in the nation, in one system. And so, what's kind of funny about that is if we watch, I'm going to put this clip up, but I want you guys to watch. This is the person who owns the Palantir company.
We should never forget, even if we have to, in small measure, engage in politics, we should never forget how evil and distasteful and bad it really is. And so, I think it is better to try to be God or to be like God than to be making a pact with the devil or with something like the devil.
All right, so I mean that's one clip, but the other clip kind of talks about what he wants to do with technology and the government. So let's just look at
Idea
this real
was
quick.
that we could never win an election on getting certain things because we were in such a small minority. But maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people and beg people and plead with people who are never going to agree with you through a technological means. And this is where I think
See, so seems more like they want to kind of use the information to kind of even just do away with people voting anyway, regardless of how you feel about the politics. Hello? What do you guys think?
Oh, I thought Foxes was gonna say something. I absolutely agree with you on that, Minion. You saw the military parade that he's getting ready to get ready for, right?
Yes.
So just turn us into he slowly but surely he's turning us over into a dictatorship, and so I feel right now he's deployed the Marines. Not only do he not have the Army in California, now he deployed the Marines in California also. Because the thing that he's trying to do, he's trying to spark a civil war within the United States. He's trying to get the people out in the streets so that he can do just what he's doing. He's trying to unleash martial law on every city in every city in America that opposes him. And so here in Texas, Dallas is beginning to protest in the streets, and people are spilling out in the streets. They're taking the bait, and they're spilling out in the streets and protest, which protest used to be a free thing that you could do in America. You used to didn't have any consequences as long as it was a peaceful protest. So now he's trying to make it unpeaceful, and he understands by putting the military at these protests, that's gonna spark the people. People are gonna get mad. They're gonna be upset, and they're throwing tear gas in the crowds. They're shooting rubber bullets at the people, and they're doing all type of retaliation tactics just to get the people riled up. Because the more people that go out there, the more of the military he can disband across America. And really, that's what his plan is, and look like it's coming true.
I definitely see that. I mean, even though you were like, black people stay in the house because he gonna try to get us out so he can rile us up so he can go ahead and and
I still stand on
claim
that.
martial law. But
Yeah,
it's
I
so
still stand
funny.
on that though.
Well, of course that is definitely something that I believe to be true as well. But it's funny how he's using these same tactics against everybody. He's doing it with the immigrants, and now you see what they're doing. Like they have actual tanks running, destroying the streets of LA
Hmm.
For what? What are
Well,
you gonna
I
do?
just got, we
Blast
just
these
got,
people? How, I mean, what are the tanks for?
Well, right now it's just
we got
immigrants, and
tanks
so
here. They just, we just got breaking news that he just had tanks deported here. I mean, it's deported here.
Deployed?
I can't understand what she's saying. But they're doing it on immigrants for right now. Eventually, it will be everybody in America. But right now, it's just immigrants, and so that's what I'm saying. He's trying to bait everybody else out in the streets also. But for right now, it's Homeland Security, ICE, immigrants, the
But just
Marine
think of
Corps, and the Army.
but just think if he attacks or targets immigrants, think of where all the immigrants are located in pretty much all the big cities. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
he's still going to be able to get exactly what he's looking for. We don't have to do anything. We can
Mhm.
sit back if we want. I mean, whether we do or not is what I'm saying. I think it's going to play out regardless.
Yeah.
Right now, they have 700 Marines that had just got deployed there. As now, think about this: one city, they got 4,000 National Guardsmen, 700 Marines in Los Angeles, and including 800 additional officers. So you think all those there in that one city, 4,000 National Guardsmen, 700 Marines, and 800 additional officers.
That's
That
madness.
means if a war break out right now, most of our Marines and our National Guardsmen in one city on the other side of the country. So if they decide to attack the East Coast, we had to say shit out of luck because most of them are over there.
And the thing is, if he tries to declare war on us, I mean, like martial law, where he has the military inside the United States,
Which he's already doing in California.
if we get to a point where there's just really all this chaos and, you know, fighting amongst each other,
Unruliness and unrest.
right, then it's going to open us up to be vulnerable to other countries as well.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Let
That's
me
what I was saying.
let me share this screen with you guys with this military parade and look at this crap. It's the first time that the United States has ever did anything of this nature. And you can play it when you get ready, Minion.
I think you got to play it.
You think so? Okay. Hold on one sec.
Preparations are underway for Saturday's parade celebrating the Army's 250th birthday. In all, more than 6,000 troops, 150 vehicles, 50 aircraft, 34 horses, even 2 dogs, and a mule will march through Washington, D.C. to celebrate the Army. The
And a
one-hour
mule.
parade begins at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, and a festival of games, concerts, fireworks. It's all happening before and after on the National Mall. The Secret Service is preparing for hundreds of thousands of attendees.
You will see 18 and a half miles of anti-scale fencing, 17 miles of bike rack, concrete barriers, 175 magnetometers, and officers from federal, state, and local agencies standing post.
The total cost of the parade may be as high as $45 million.
Oh
The
my,
day, June 14th, coincides with President Trump's 79th birthday.
oh my God.
And why?
Now you think about that. Now you think about that $45 million just for them to go through for this parade. Think about
Hold
how
on.
much the cost is in California right now in that one city. How much the government is paying for those military people to be deported there.
And just wasting money.
Talk about waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yeah. But why are we having a parade? That's a third world country thing. That's a dictator thing for a country. We've never had a parade of this magnitude for the army, for the president, or anybody else. And
Right.
so, he's trying to get us used to the dictatorship world. Get us used to seeing this type of
He trying to groom
pageantry.
us.
Yeah, he's grouping us for this type of pageantry in order for us to get, to make it it's a normal thing. It's just another party. And you heard what they were saying about the fencing and the concrete, and it's all going to be on the Washington Mall, in Washington D.C.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they already putting it up now. That's all we can already tell y'all. I just had an alert for the breaking news that they already putting the fences up already around the Capitol and White House.
Are you gonna go to the parade, Foxy?
Hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
You know good and well Fox ain't going to that damn parade.
I know, right?
Right. Quit playing. Quit playing. Foxy is not going there.
I wouldn't
But
even advise you to go because hell, all the MAGA damn people gonna be there. You may not even be safe.
right. But at the end of the
No,
day,
I'm not going.
yeah.
I'm not going because it's a first of all, I already know what the military look like. I already know what the tanks look like. I already know what the planes look like. I already know what all of that look like. Why I want to go there and sit there and look at it again? If I really want to look at a military thing like that, or the planes, the tanks, all I do is go to Andrews Air Force Base,
Yeah.
Bolin Air Force Base, any
hmm
other military bases around here.
Well, each most cities have a military base, and we all can visit the military bases that's in our
Exactly.
communities because they're strategically located in a lot of cities in America. So we don't have to look at the army tanks and all of that. We can just go down the street and look at that mess. But at the end of the
Right.
day, once again, it's to get you, it's to groom you to get you used to the idea of having a military parade. They're putting those National Guards um, in California, which they haven't did that since the '60s. So in 40 years, they haven't, in 60 years, they haven't deployed the National Guard. The last time they did that was so this some kids can go to school because the South didn't want to integrate the schooling, and so now he takes it upon himself to send a National Guard, and Gavin Newsom say he's not having it. He'll go to jail, and he's going to do anything he can to stop it, and he's also filing a lawsuit against him to get the National Guard out of California because it's not necessary. The crowd only started out with 100 people. What the hell are you doing with the National Guard
National Guard.
for 100 people? The police force could have took care of those people,
And it was peaceful.
And
and it was a peaceful
that's
protest.
why I was saying
Exactly.
Good night, Laura Rick. Thank you
that's
for
a,
staying on live with us for so long. We truly appreciate you. Um, Common Sense said, "Don't blame Fat Donnie. Blame the idiot black folk who either did not vote or voted for him. Um, they don't love. They say, oof. How that girl? Y'all remember that girl from Scary Movie, the black girl from Scary Movie
hmm
with the braids."
Yeah, I remember her.
When she was talking about nigga, she don't love herself.
Well, I say this to that comment. It was more white people voted for him than it was black people that stayed at home. So, and it was also a lot of Mexican people that voted for him that didn't realize that he was going to send them to El Salvador and these other places. But nevertheless, whoever you voted for, whoever put him in office, no matter who's in office, this
He
is
probably would have
still,
got in office anyway, the way it looked. To be honest,
regardless if he would have got in office or not, in which he is, this still is unprecedented what he's doing. He's still breaking the law, and he still need to be stopped, and he shouldn't be doing what he's doing because once again, we're not a third world country with a dictator in it, and that's what he's trying to turn us into.
yeah, absolutely, I agree. It don't matter who voted for him or who didn't vote for him. Nobody voted for a dictator.
Yeah, nobody voted for this mess, no matter, how he
If
got in office.
right. If they thought that he was going to make, I mean, most people thought he was going to lower prices on day one, like he said. They thought he was going to end the war on day one, like he said. They thought that, he was going to get rid of all of the illegal immigrants because he made it seem like, they just out here ravaging communities, essaying all the females and kids, and, so
Right.
people thought he was going to take it. Nothing that he made promises on, he's actually fulfilled.
Well, why would you believe somebody that lied every day in office at least 20 times a day? Why would you believe any lie that he tell before he got back in office again? So that's the part I don't understand. Make that make sense.
But I
And
think
and
this,
and why would you put on a liver? Over 1 million people passed away from COVID. So why would you put him back in office and all? And your grandma and your auntie ain't at the damn Thanksgiving table no more because of him,
the way he handled it, right?
the way he handled that pandemic. So he was unqualified the first time. He's definitely unqualified and unhinged the second time. So whomever put him in office, this is what they voted for. And
No, nobody voted for this.
yes, they did because he told. But the whole thing about it, he told you what he was gonna do. None of this that he's doing is a surprise. When he was on the campaign trail, he told everybody what he was gonna do.
Well, I think that what, there are still people who still support this. Actually, that's
Right.
the sad part about it. There's a lot of people who still support this. Actually, he told us all. Oh, let's see. Um, Common sense says he told us all he was going to do this crap before he was reelected. He can't be stopped. He has Congress and SCOTUS in his back pocket. But see, the thing is, like I said, I feel like people did not actually, like he said he was going to make some other promises too that he has not kept his word on. Um, so people didn't vote for this, but people did want, there are some select few who want white supremacy, so then those, you have those handful of people. You have people who are just conservatives and are just going to vote that way just because that's their party. I don't think everybody voted for Trump because they thought this was going to happen. And I think that what's going to end up happening is the last time where Congress was Republican, or they had the Senate and the presidency, then they ran our economy into the ground, and then it became democratic again. So I think that's what's going to happen here.
Well, the whole thing about it, Minion, if you get rid of a law that's over 40 years old, that's almost 50 years old, i.e., Roe versus Wade, if you do a travel ban the first time that you're in office, if you tell over 36,000 lies while you're in office, like I said, you take a million people out while you're in office, you get convicted of 34 felonies while you're out of office. You take secret documents home when you leave office. You wouldn't even return the classified documents back. So what did everybody expect? What did they expect that they were going to get? I don't understand the expectation. I don't understand why you would believe him. And I just don't understand what they thought they were going to get, especially when he was going around the country telling everybody what he was going to do. And also at the end, he started telling people, I don't even need your vote. So he even let us know he was going to cheat and steal the election allegedly. So I don't know what more, they need.
I'm
Well,
looking at here where Newsom said he's since he's tough, won't do, what does he do? Why doesn't he do it? He knows where to find me. If he's going to arrest me, come and arrest me. He knows where I am. Just get it over with and move ahead to arrest. Since he's such a tough guy, I said, ooh.
oh,
And then
President representing you there. I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president for the Olympics and for the World Cup. So, Johnny, thank you for the World Cup. And everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time. We have another thing happening. 250 years.
So, he kind of told us what
He told
happened.
us what happened, yeah. And he's not
Then he
making.
journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania.
And
He's a popular
Elon
guy.
even put it
and
on
he was
Twitter
very effective.
that
and he knows
there
those
would have been what
computers better than anybody. All those
61-9
computers,
Wait,
those
hold on
vote
one
counting
sec.
computers.
if it weren't for him.
And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon.
You see, I mean,
He telling it. He's telling you right there what he did and how he did it, and he have no qualms about it. And that's the whole thing. Just like I said, he told you what he was gonna do. He even told us about Project 2025, how he was gonna implement that. Also, at first he did, he denounced it and tried to distance himself from it, and then he just came on out and said, "Well, yeah, we're gonna do Project 2025." And hey, Project 2025 actually started in Florida before he got in office.
Yep.
So they were testing it out in Florida and in Texas before he got in office. So the southern states are right on board. And really this how dictatorships start, when you have all of these people on board with you, and when you start doing different things and people start, being okay with the new precedents that you set, and next thing you know, it's gonna be Nazi Germany
See
all
what
over again.
they're trying to solidify their seats or their spots at the top. So, that's the reason why they're okay with going through with it. But what they fail to realize is that he has loyalty to literally no one. So you see Elon and him. I mean, I'm really scared to see how this Elon mess is gonna. This is gonna be a very messy divorce.
It really is. And I don't know where the kids gonna go.
Okay, poor JD Vance. Um,
Shit, poor United States of
He's
America to hell with JD Vance. The United States of America is the ones who's gonna suffer the most.
well,
Because
yeah,
JD Vance gonna be fine. Trust me when I tell you that.
he might. Well, yeah, you're right. These people gonna be fine. Like the MTGs and the Christy Gnomes and Carolyn Levitts, they gonna be fine.
Yeah, they're setting themselves up with the stock market right today as we speak,
Mm-hmm.
with all the insider
Elon
trading.
Musk declared, he said on X, is that Elon Musk declared all out war on President Trump Thursday right on X. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Then Democrats would have controlled the House, and the Republicans would be 51 of the Republicans, be 51 to 49 in the Senate.
It would have
He
been
told
50.
you right there.
Yeah, he said it would have been 51 to 49 in the Senate, and the House would have lost
Mm-hmm.
also, and the Democrats would have been in charge of both of them, had I not cheated for him, and had I not paid those people,
Exactly.
to vote for him, which he haven't paid those people anyway. He promised people in Wisconsin $1 million in that judge race, and he still haven't paid that. So he's being sued for that also. And they don't care about lawsuits, and even if they lose a lawsuit, they could care less, because even the $34 billion that Elon has lost, that's nothing to him when you have 150 billion. That's
He got more than 150 billion. He got like
He had
230 something.
450 billion dollars.
450
yeah. So
billion.
that's chump change to him.
Yeah. So I mean, they was comparing the wealth gap between him and Trump, and they said, like literally, Trump is like 1/100th, if that, of what Elon's net worth is. So, like I said, we can't count Elon out of the fight. You
Well, I
know,
don't feel like it's a real fight anyway. I feel like it's a deflection so that they can do something else, because Trump is great at deflection. He's great at having you look over here while I do this over there.
But I think
And so I don't
no,
even feel like it's a real fight at this point.
the
I really
reason
feel
why I
like,
feel like it's real
uh-huh.
is because when he said Epstein, I think that definitely not is not where Trump thought he would go. He thought he probably
Uh-huh.
would say a whole bunch of stuff.
When he said that buzzword.
He dropped that nuclear bomb and he said the E word. I think Trump, you could tell he didn't know how to even he didn't know how to even respond to that. He didn't want to respond for a long time, and then he came out with a snarky, talking about Elon and the black guy, and he had offered him makeup and all that
Well, they
old.
had to make it look real, Minion. I still don't.
But you know, he
We'll
said it
see how
before.
we'll see how it ends up. We'll see. I still don't feel like it's a real
But
fight. I feel like it's a deflection
Well, why would he ban Tesla cars?
because he Trump. Because he want to be.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, see, to me, them having like a little cat fight over the internet is one thing, but for them to actually start doing stuff that's really personal towards each other makes me think that this is a real fight.
Well, if he started Tesla, don't you know he can put his name on something else? Tesla has a. Keep in mind, Tesla brand has been taunted. Okay, Tesla. Nobody wants Tesla anymore. So what make you feel like that this man won't go to China, still and take and buy their intellectual property for another EV or in another country, slap his name on it, and bam, you're done with Tesla.
Because
But
his
you're gonna
ego,
buy this other EV that Elon Musk
his
owns. So
ego
that's
too,
wait.
his ego's too big. I mean,
Well, I have to see it to believe it. I
No,
just
he's not gonna
I'm
go
just
over to China.
skeptical.
Oh, he
Well,
ain't going to China.
I'm
Elon
skeptical.
know not to go to China.
And he
China
could
ain't the one
develop
to
one
play
in
with.
Russia, but he could develop. All I'm saying is, it may not be China, but it could be any country that he's affiliated with. The main thing I want you to see is he can get another brand of EV cars, and because Tesla name is crap here in America, it's crap all around the world at this point. I guarantee you, he's gonna come up with another EV name, with another EV vehicle, and name
oh,
it
that's
something
fake
else.
news. Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's fake news or not.
Well,
I'm
common
just saying.
sense says that the Tesla ban is fake news.
Yeah, but I heard Trump say it, so I don't know. I don't know if the news it came from a news channel, so maybe it's fake. I don't know, but I do know this much. I know this man got so much money where he can rebrand himself, take Tesla off the market, and slap something else in Tesla's place. That's all I'm saying.
But I think that his ego is not going to allow him to allow accept defeat publicly. He's not going to want to look like he was publicly defeated by Trump. I mean, I don't think that even if they wanted to stage something, that he would stage it in a way where he would look like the one that was defeated. I don't know.
I don't know. Time will tell us everything, but that's my theory on it.
You think they are in
Yeah,
cahoots?
I do.
But
Because they
see,
both have too much to lose to not to stay together.
my thing is Trump also has all this other stuff going on too, like the war in LA and things that actually could move his agenda forward. This feud with um Elon doesn't move his agenda any direction. Um in fact, it may move it back, as a matter of fact, because what it's doing is it's starting to put doubt not only into Democrats or the voters, but also the Republicans. So I feel like I
But
don't know.
that's the plan. They want you to be discouraged not to vote. See, you have to understand.
Well, no, no, no. I'm saying to vote against like Republican,
Oh, to vote against Republican, yeah.
right? It's
and
making
I
it.
and I don't know. I'm just thinking and just really
Be right back.
just trying to get into their minds and the way that they think. And I just don't put it past them to have this fake fight in public to make it look like it's real. Just so that so you can look over here and they're doing something else over there once again. because Trump is great at that. He's great at it. And meanwhile, he still get to stay in the news and get the recognition that he's wanting because we all know that he's an attention. I won't even say the word, but he loves attention. Let's put it that way.
Attention, huzzy.
There you go.
Okay, but I don't know. I feel like it may be a little bit real, just off of how Elon he went on this emotional rant. I think they said he had released like 42 different tweets in the same night about why Trump was giving his speech. So I don't know. I don't know. It could be. It could be, but I think that Elon caught Trump off guard. To be honest, I feel like Trump wasn't expecting it, and I feel like we're seeing this play out in real time.
Well, I know he didn't. I can't say this. He didn't act like he wanted to respond to the fight, and he's still not responding the way that he normally responds when he's mad at somebody or when he's trying to retaliate against them. He's still doing a nice fight with Musk, way nicer than he would do with anybody else. Let's just put it that way.
Hmm. Well, we're gonna have to definitely keep our eyes on this. Um, Foxy says she's gonna be right back, but
Yeah.
I feel like we got we got a lot of crazy stuff gonna be happening. It's gonna be hard to keep up with Harvey, to keep up with Flint, and then to keep up with the United States all together.
Hmm. It ain't gonna be as hard as you think it is. We may have to just go live more than what we go.
Right, right.
Yeah,
We
it ain't gonna
play.
be that hard, and it may get to the point where we have to dedicate a night for each one of them. Um, because the national news is heating up. It really is. It's heating up. It's getting crazy, and we definitely need to let the people know what's going on, and along with what we think and what our opinions are. Even though our opinions is not that important, I still like to voice my opinion, and I also just want people to think of this thing in a different light and not just think of what they seeing on the news, but really think about what he's doing because, like I said, this guy is the king of deflection
I totally agree.
and projection. Deflection and projection, those are that's his kryptonite, in my opinion.
But I will say that based off of what I'm seeing, like the news outlets like MSNBC, they're kind of objective because I always watch Abby. Oh, wait, no, that's CNN. That's CNN. Okay, so
CNN with Abby
CNN,
Phillips.
yeah,
Yeah.
with Abby Phillips. I love her show, and I feel like they definitely cater to both the Democrats and the Republicans on that show. Um, Obviously,
Mm.
she. What do you think?
I don't trust the news anymore because they all bow down and kiss the ring. They
Somebody
actually,
ring.
yeah, they all bow down and kiss the Trump ring. They drunk the orange Kool-Aid.
You think the
And
Democrats did?
the CNN and MSNBC did. Joe and Miko tied it down to Mar-a-Lago when he won. CNN and ABC gave to his inauguration, and so I don't really trust the news anymore. I'd rather watch somebody on the scene like Vivian. Okay,
Right,
I'd rather watch somebody that's there in the action than to trust
right,
the news media because the news media they're they have to edit. It's certain
right,
things that they can't say, and they're
right.
only going to bring you a portion of the news, which they've always done that, and it's never been a problem, but it's a problem now because if they report too much, he's going to try to take the FCC license. He
Mm-hmm.
has all the power all around America, and even lawyers are bound down to him. And the Supreme Court really kind of got him off of the judges and the courts because remember he was trying to tell people don't trust the courts, and he's been fighting with the courts to try to get his way. They even tried to slip um, uh, in the big beautiful bill. They even tried to slip a bill in there to where a federal judge can't shut him down. So that's in the big beautiful bill. So whenever he break the law, they're saying a federal judge shouldn't have jurisdiction over him because they don't have the authority and they're not qualified, and a bunch of fluff is what they're saying. But that's actually in that bill. And if the Senate don't take it out, we're going to be in a world of trouble. Because if the courts can't rein him in, that's our last defense.
That's our last defense.
That's our last defense because everybody else has caved. So no, I don't trust the news. I trust Don Lemon. I trust these YouTubers that's doing news and these on the scene people
Right.
that's actually reporting the news in real time.
Like IHIP, the two white chicks.
Yeah,
Love
all of them.
them.
Yeah, people that's on YouTube and that's on social media that's right there at the scene. I trust them because they're feminine as this stuff goes on. And
Hmm.
I just don't trust the local media anymore. Yeah, you can watch it for a little bit, but some of it is fluff and a lot of it is edited. And they're only going to go so far. They're not going to really give you the real news. And a lot of stuff they don't even put on the news.
Right.
A lot of things don't even make it to the national media. And I know it's a lot going on or what
Like
have you.
Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey. But a lot of things that Trump is doing is not making it to the news. Like right now, Trump actually have dementia. You can tell allegedly. Right now, you can tell that he's slipping, and nobody is saying a word about it. He just fell on a damn plane the other day. Do you have that clip?
No, I don't have
I
that
gotta
clip.
hold on 1 second. I did you want okay, well, it's 10:55, so I guess we can go ahead and end it. We'll play it next time. But I got a clip where he just slipped on the plane yesterday. Or day
Yeah.
before yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on who was it? Reese Waters. Reese Waters did it. I was laughing my butt off. He was laughing and I was laughing too.
Yeah. He just made a stumble on the plane, and I guarantee you nobody showed it on national media. Remember when Joe Biden fell on the plane? Oh, that's all we talked about. That's all we heard.
So I want y'all to listen to this recording real quick and let me know. This is one of the recordings from the Epstein, like from Epstein's interviews where
Hmm.
he's talking about Trump.
So how do you know this?
That was close to straight.
So I need the Donald. Just give me Donald.
First, it's fun. And as you probably know, he had a scalp reduction.
You
Because he had the
threw it underneath the bed.
same male pattern baldness that we all have. He had his scalp.
Now where he's not the two, I don't know.
Donald's office, as you know, he made that. He used to be.
All right, so that's all we need to listen to because did you hear what the man said?
That he had a scalp reduction.
So I was thinking, do you think that's the reason why he walks with that hunchback?
I
Because his scalp was reduced, which lowered his neck capacity. And
I just think he got a hunch in his back because he old, and old people hunch over when they get old.
oh,
But let me here's the clip with him falling. Hold on 1 sec here. Let me see if it's gonna play before I try to bring it on. They got him looking all scared. No, I don't think it's gonna play. It looked like
we'll
it's a
play it on the
picture.
next show.
Yeah, I'll have it. I'll cue it up and have it together, because two different people sent it to me, and I actually have it. But yeah, he just slipped on the plane. But if that was Joe Biden, it would have been all over the news.
Alzheimer, it would have been his Alzheimer's,
Yeah,
his dementia.
he's losing it and all of that. But it would have been all over
He
the
would
news
have been
all day long.
drunk, alcohol. They would have had all
Yeah,
types of stories going out about that man.
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why come I don't trust the local media anymore because they only uh report what they only report stuff that's not so bad. I'm not saying that they don't report bad things about him or true things about him, but they're not reporting everything. They not nearly reporting the way that they reported on Joe Biden. And Joe Biden wasn't even that bad.
Right, right.
The man was just old and needed a nap. That's all.
Okay, he was
And,
tired.
yeah, and this fool old too, but he's not as tired because he's not doing nothing. They say he comes to the Oval Office around 9 or 10 o'clock every day, where Joe Biden and Barack Obama and every other
Be there
president,
6, 7 o'clock in the
yeah,
morning.
they up at 6 or 7 o'clock, running the world while he getting his makeup on and getting himself
Right.
together up until 10 and 11 o'clock in the
It's
morning.
orange tan.
And where's the first lady at? Because if Michelle Obama was missing in action, or Jill, or Laura, or any other
They
president's
would have
wife,
been
oh yeah, that
reporting
would have
that
been,
they getting a divorce.
yeah, that would have
They
been national news too.
right.
Where's Melania at? Is he
Oh
hiding her?
yeah,
Is she still
exactly.
living? Do she need to give us a smoke signal? Or what? What's going on with her?
She becoming AI.
I guess so. And so that's why come I don't trust the national news though, because it's real biased, very biased.
Yes, I can see that. Well, I think that this is a good place to end the show at. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm good with it. And I would like to thank everybody that came out tonight, on all three channels to support us. We do appreciate that. Thank you to the Truth Telling Squad for showing up.
Yes, thank you, friendians and um spectators that came in, all the people that was in the bushes. We appreciate you guys as well. Hopefully one day you might just go ahead and speak to us in the chat. But if
He
that's
said speak to us in the chat. Who you talking about, the bushes?
yeah, the people in the
Oh,
bushes.
yeah. And if you haven't subscribed to the I Said What I Said channel, go ahead and subscribe up, because this is not the only thing that we talk about. I talk about more things than just Trump.
Yes, we all talk about
And
a whole bunch
also,
of different things. Well, me is mostly um corruption in small neighborhoods and small mostly in Illinois right now, but I might be expanding over to Flint, so
Right. Yeah, we are going to expand over to that on the OTR channel. But I also talk about true crime, politics, and celebrity tea. So if you haven't subscribed to the I Said What I Said channel, please consider doing that. And thank you for supporting the show tonight. Hey, Alice and allegedly.
also, all those that's on the Angel Zone crew, you, thank you for coming on tonight. And all those that's looking at my replay, thank you for looking at the replay. Hit those likes and subscribe. Also, if you want to, please go over until I said what I said. Hit the likes and subscribe over there. And also hit the minion with the opinion. Hit the likes and subscribe over there if you haven't already subscribed to either one of those channels. You will not regret it. They are the life of the party.
well, we all are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
all bring our different flavor to the table.
absolutely, and thank you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for that, Foxy. Well, guys, we hope y'all have a great rest of your day. It was a great Monday. The meeting was extra long at the Harvey, Illinois meeting was extra long. So I didn't expect to be on live that long. So I appreciate you if you was on live with me earlier. And then of course the Tiffany Hinyard saga never ends. We always like to have a little make a little fun of Tiffany. So you guys have a great night. We will talk to you guys soon. And stay safe out there.
Yes, stay safe.
Foxy, bring the fire. Minion got the facts. I said what I said, yeah, no taking it back. It's truth with a twist, and we had a little mess. But don't get it twisted, we still say it best. This ain't your mama's news, it's off Unfiltered, unbothered, undeniable.